we go. Episode 14. I'm Chris.
Darren Benjamin.
We're going to call this one Bambino, Gino, and Baggage Fees.
Bambino, Gino.
Yeah.
Don't you work with a Gino?
Not that I know of.
What's his name? The Italian guy?
Tony?
Tony and...
Jorge,
that's the one. That's definitely an Italian name, right?
Yeah, sure. Spanish, south of the border down New Mexico.
Portuguese.
In this week's episode, we're going to talk March Madness, Spring Break, Patty's Day. Evolve Brewing has now opened in the desert Southwest.
Is it literally beer evolved?
That's what they want to do.
Really?
Yeah, I talked to the managing partner there. So when they first opened, so they want to evolve from their previous iteration of Aces and Ales.
All right. Sorry to interrupt. So
no. This is what we do. We're going to talk Sphere residencies. We're going to talk obviously the big news yesterday with Southwest Airlines, SNL, ESPN Classics, and finally the episode 8 of season 1 of Cheers.
I got some news for you.
Yeah, what's that?
Have you heard this yet?
Tell me.
Breaking Las Vegas. The Cromwell is going to now be the Vanderpump Casino and Hotel.
Really?
Yeah, Caesars is going with branding, celebrity branding, I guess. I guess the brand is so popular. I don't even know what it is, people. I have no idea. I don't want to know. Well, but apparently it's so popular, some of our friends even work there.
As you know, he and I both exude the demographic of the Vanderpump family. 100%. So I don't know how much Bravo television you watched last year, but I'm going to go with 0 for me.
Speaking of Bravo, I think we've talked about it before in a previous episode, just a little bit, but that convention is something else.
Oh, yeah. The one that's hosted by
the reality TV one?
Yeah, the Andy thing.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
if you're a single man and you're, looking to mingle, come dressed as your favorite reality TV star during that thing here.
Or if you're a gilf or a milf and your uterus is flaring, there is a bunch of estrogen in that room. As we pour our shots for the week, everybody. So,
this is the only one I'm doing this week, Chris. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. On camera, at least.
Yeah.
So we're in our time to shine here in Las Vegas. Obviously, the conference tournaments have started in basketball. March Madness starts next week. The brackets are Sunday. You're obviously going to have your 1 through your 16 teams. I know you know a lot about basketball.
I am a huge fan of basketball. I do know one thing. The Bulldogs are in town. I saw many shirts last night. I was at the Orleans.
Yeah, they beat St. Mary's last night for the West Coast Conference Championship.
What's that?
St. Mary's?
Yeah.
It's another university.
I'm just kidding.
It's one of the many saints that's been canonized. But they beat them last night at the Orleans, so there was some Bulldogs out in sorts and enjoying the Las Vegas Valley.
Can I tell you a little? So when I first started at McMullen's many moons ago, speaking of Irish pubs, the Bulldogs used to come in there.
Yep.
Quite a little bit. But then we had a great synergy because a lot of them found out I was from the area, and it just kind of, I want to say they all came to see me, but I think it was more for the pub and the beer.
Yeah, it wasn't the shepherd's pie or the bon vivant. It was Darren Benjamin.
100%.
Spring break also rolls through Las Vegas this week with various parts of the country going into their
I'm sure
midterm
there'll be
breaks.
A whole lot of this being drank.
Here's your garage beer, sir.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Here's to Jason Kelsey.
And Travis Kelsey.
And his wife, who has a lovely podcast, I must say.
Which is a segue. Did you see that free agency started with the NFL on Monday again?
Yes.
Yes. And then
what's that?
I'm
just kidding.
Apparently, I need to be on my game because he's got jokes today.
Yeah.
That started Monday. Over the weekend, they announced that, did you see Josh Allen? They backed the money truck up to his house up in Buffalo.
Yeah, that's cool.
6 years, $330 million.
I think I saw a blurb. He's the highest paid sports player in history or something like that.
He's got to be up there.
Sports ball player?
I was talking to one of my buddies back in Kansas City today, basically saying it's funny because obviously being a Chiefs fan, that Patrick Mahomes continues to renegotiate his contract, and now they're talking about Chris Jones to where they will play, in bonuses and whatnot, not necessarily on the salary cap. To do the Brady model of keeping his team relevant.
Didn't they increase the salary cap?
They did. That was talked about in a previous episode. So NFL has been very, very profitable lately.
That's crazy. Well, the average human being can't even afford to go to a game anymore. You got to be upperclassmen.
And if you remember from one of the episodes, it was the Swift effect that's helped obviously grow. So grow the brand with a female audience, and so obviously viewership is up, advertising dollars up, and that's allowed
Hello, haters.
each of the teams to go up. I think about $30 million in salary cap space.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, but
All because of the thing you hate,
what's that?
Taylor Swift.
I don't hate her.
Well, the people that booed her at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's going to happen. So.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. We should all be celebrating each other. We're lucky to be here.
And, we're, what are we, 5 days out from Patty's Day, Green Day? Where are you going to do your celebratory?
At the airport.
At the airport?
Yep.
Me too.
Working.
I'm sure you're going to get a couple in.
I will sneak away to... last year because I had like PTSD, I think, still from working it for so many years. I hid in bed, watched Lord of the Rings, and ate some Chinese food all night. But I think this year I'll get out there. I'll probably just go say hi, have one beer just to say hi. And
for us, it's not so much a day, but a week. So it's more so where we kind of end up within the week. So
I saw I was at the pub last night and just saying hi to a couple of people, and they already looked like they were a little bit tired and beat up. And it's just beginning because, you get killed for the Gonzaga, the WAC or whatever. What's it called, the WAC? Or it used to be called the WAC.
Yeah, West Coast Conference now.
Yeah. So,
it's a long weekend for all those people that work in the Irish pubs. And then obviously being Vegas, you just have those extra components of, like you said, basketball tournaments, spring breakers, and anybody seeking out shepherd's pie, a pint of Guinness, Irish nachos, wings, whatever.
Cha-cha-cha.
Cha-cha-cha. What else you got, sir? Did you see that super high-end winery Screaming Eagle out of Napa did their one and only wine tasting this last week at Delilah at the Wind? How much does a seat at that table cost?
Delilah at the Wind. Wow, that has to be spendy.
Yeah,
I'd say
$6,500.
Wow.
So that's only sponsored of it this year in the whole of the United States. I was doing a little background. I reached out to our buddy Joe.
How's he doing?
He's good. He's on with Johnson Brothers now and about to conquer the Strip. Still going through the training.
I love that for him.
But apparently, if you're on the email list of this winery, they are closed to the public. They're in Napa. They only distribute through their email list. And to be on the email list, from my understanding, it's about a 10-year wait. So they have that super exclusivity.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I love that.
We both went. Not.
Yeah, I love it. That's what's wrong with this country. People pay $6,500 to have an eagle scream at them.
Well, Joe was telling me also, apparently, you can't even get a bottle of the wine for that. So,
really?
Yeah. So, I guess there's a value proposition for the uber wealthy.
Just to have a crack at it, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Did you see last weekend that Garth Brooks wrapped up his off and on 1-year residency at the Coliseum?
Yeah. He was at Wynn for a long time and then Coliseum. Now he'll probably move on down to Resorts World for his next residency.
Who knows? And then this weekend...
Or Fontainebleau.
And then this weekend, the Eagles wrap up their residency at the Sphere.
That's cool.
And then it rolls in, and you have Dead and Company back again.
I want to see how many times hell's going to freeze over.
Yeah.
Because I remember when they got back together, like the Hell Froze Over tour, and I'm like, man, this hell keeps freezing.
Well, speaking about that money truck, Don Henley just keeps backing his up. So.
Yeah. I know I read somewhere that Kiss frontman Gene Simmons is allowing people to be like his assistant for $12,000 a day.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
We're talking about money trucks,
Right.
Hey, back your money truck up to my garage and then work for me for the day.
Yeah, it's a different sort of Detroit Rock City.
That's right.
Did you see who's rumored reportedly for Autumn at the Sphere?
Tell me, Chris.
Indirectly, we spoke about it last night. Your hint is Watermelon Sugar.
Hi, Watermelon Sugar.
Harry
I found out what Watermelon Sugar High is.
Yes.
Through some Googling last night.
Tell the folks of our high-level conversation.
Yes, definitely high. Yeah. Watermelon Sugar High.
On that note,
cheers.
It's the O face for the female orgasm. That's what Watermelon Sugar was finally revealed from Harry Styles in an interview in 2021.
Bringing it.
Yeah, it's a catchy pop song.
Yeah, it's
obviously
fun.
Some people in the conversation did not enjoy the song as much as I did, but it is what it is.
I think we need to move on from that, But anyway,
we're not NC-17, but we keep it going.
Well, just because insider info.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So yeah, just more music coming down the valley. I mean, all spring, summer long. Did you see about? Have you been to Evolve Brewing yet?
No,
new
I've
bend.
been waiting for you to take me, Chris.
Yeah, so Evolve Brewing is from the people that brought you Aces and Ales. There's 2 other outlets in the valley.
Aces and Ales is also in Reno as well.
I believe so.
They're
Yeah.
they're a good spot.
They
Good
have
food.
one over off of Boulder Highway, and they have one up by Mountain View Hospital. But Evolve is, pun intended, their evolution of the brewery, to where it's not just featuring other branded beers, but now they're brewing their own. So it's on site.
Makes sense.
On site, they have brewing capabilities, and they have a full menu. And after being open a couple months and going through the soft opens and whatnot, they've introduced their hoppy hour.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
Fun play on words.
If you're gonna be a beer bar, you're gonna be hoppy, not happy. And then
Is it like an Easter pun?
could be that too. I mean,
Yeah.
next week we'll have Cadbury eggs on top of the bar top here.
A Cadbury egg beer.
Yeah, so
I see it coming. I see it coming.
it's probably happening. What was the one we were talking about? Did you see that at Huddle? I showed you the picture the other day of the full Irish breakfast, like a 15% Irish stout.
Oh yeah, wasn't it like $40 or something like that?
I don't know what it costs. I mean, for 15% or something, it's going to be a banger. I got to text Skip.
It's trying to compete with Screaming Eagle.
Yeah, no kidding. So, but we need to get down there and taste that too, because that looks like it's going to be pretty good.
It's on the list.
Yeah.
Let's do that after this.
I did see that after I said that about Evolve, I did see that Vegas Starfish on Instagram and her other social channels has already been over there repping the brand. So I'm sure she was a paid influencer to check it out and do like some quick videos.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not on board with the paid influence thing. It's good for them. And,
Sure.
I mean, I suppose that's what we're kind of doing here.
He says that now.
But, whatever, I'm cool.
Yep.
Oh, not cool, excuse me.
Not cool.
Not in the cool club.
Did you see the big announcement yesterday? Since we both work in the airport. You were off yesterday, but I was there. But the big talk was Southwest Airlines.
Southwest, yes. They are changing their business model and now will not be allowing people to take their own bags on the planes. So they will be amongst every other airline except for, is there any, like Delta, American?
I don't think so.
Everybody, yeah, it's gone. End of an era.
Yeah, on the cusp of them all announcing, I think it was American, it was Delta, and Southwest put out their newest projection that's saying that their stock prices would be down for first quarter. So obviously reduction in air travel as the country tries to figure out what's going on for various reasons. They just said their projections they changed their projections, and on top of that they announced.
Aren't they adding like 40 flights to Las Vegas?
I believe so. So I mean, they're doing one of 3 things, right? They're going to do reserve seating in 2026. They're now going to add baggage fees as of like basically Memorial Day weekend, and then their low end entry level seating. It's going to be basically buy it and take the chance. So if you don't show up, they're not going to move it off. You get the discounted price, but there's no wavering from it.
I don't fly Southwest typically, and you know what? I carry a backpack, and if I had to be honest with you, if I had to, I would just if I needed to take it, I would just go to the post office, get one of those paid boxes, and ship my stuff up there pre-hip. It would save you money.
I mean, I guess they are still doing, your A-level passengers, and then if you carry the Southwest credit card and a couple other things that would offset the baggage fees, but it still hasn't been disclosed if it's going to be 1 bag or 2 bags. So, I mean, the biggest thing I was doing.
What if you had a tea bag in there? 1 bag, 2 bag, tea bag.
Boy, from watermelon sugar to tea bags, we're getting all the hits in. I guess they were saying that basically that the projected $1.5 billion a year that they would do in baggage fees, it's basically a large scale gamble because they know that already they're going to lose about $1.8 billion in passengers that are upset, thus giving opportunity to other more crafty airlines if they can take advantage of it. So they're playing a $300 million hand of poker.
I mean,
hand of
at the end of the
here.
day, they're still going to make money, and it's the loss, potential loss it's all malarkey. It's all in the bookmaking. We know this.
Yeah, but I mean,
they say they lose money, but they don't, so they can write it down. Blah 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 blah.
From Herb Kelleher, who started the brand more than 50 years ago, who I think maybe just sits on the board now at this point, to like the latest CEO, who said even just a few months ago that, we're not going to do it. Well, they did it. But
of course they did.
But it's your favorite subject. Private equity came in last year, and they want to make their money.
Yeah, yep. Well, private equity owns what, 90% of all businesses in the United States now,
I think so.
and around the world now. It's like you can't even go to the grocery store and not buy something from a private equity firm. So, You know, it's just.
I mean, I read since 2020, like Southwest stock prices dwindled by more than 50%. So obviously they're looking for a cash infusion.
I'm always looking for an infusion.
Yes.
Of something.
I mean, let's go back to Oliver Stone, 1986.
On that note, I think I need more day drinking because when we talk late stage capitalism, it makes me want to drink.
Blue Horseshoe loves Anacott Steel. What movie?
That's right. Blue what?
Blue Horseshoe loves Anacott Steel.
I have no idea.
Wall Street.
Oh, yeah. What was his name?
You got to drop a Gordon Gekko reference every now
right.
and again. So Charlie Sheen and Gordon Gekko in a great Oliver Stone film.
Money never sleeps, right?
That's right. Greed is good.
Yeah. Well, no, it's actually not. But
well, that's the line.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
All right. So
cheers.
He's playing a little short, and I'm playing a little long in the tooth. So he's feeling.
You're the tall, and I'm the short of it.
I love that. He's feeling the aspects of a late night meetup last night. Sometimes it's not just day drinking; it's late night meeting. So
yes, 100%.
And that's all on the up and up. But I was watching SNL bits. As I was kind of doing some research because I suffer from severe ADD, not officially diagnosed, but if you look at my Chrome extension browser,
like, how many tabs you got open?
Too many. So, do you remember the old SNL bit with Jason Sudeikis and Will Forte, the ESPN Classic? Where they would it would be like a throwback to some 1980s broadcast, and what was his name? Pete Twinkle and Greg Stink, you know, and they play. That's
funny because a bartender I used to work with used to call me Stank.
Yeah.
Stank. So that could be my my ESPN Classic broadcaster, Darren Stank or Dazzle Stank, or I don't know. I have to work on that.
He's got so much talk soup. Darren Stank.
Stank.
Tweet Pizzle.
D-Stank.
But we wrote up a little fun thing in the ilk of one of their parody commercials of fictitious female products. You want to step into it? So imagine, if you will, if you're listening, if you're watching on YouTube, both channels growing, both Sip Social Life Shine. Thank you for checking it out. And imagine a throwback fictitious commercial of a women's product. And I'm going to start with today's coverage is brought to you by Bounce Flounce, the sports bra that knows what women want.
When you're spiking hard and driving deep.
When you're jumping high and feeling the heat.
There's only one bra that keeps your situation neat.
Bounce Flounce sports bras, making volleyball sweet.
Bounce Flounce for the woman who doesn't need a man except to design her undergarments.
Bounce Flounce sports bras, because you can't spell victory without T and I.
Wait.
Can you?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
All right, that was us playing around. Let's start wrapping this up.
Next time we're gonna wear hats and sunglasses to do it, and put on fake. We're
gonna wear.
I'd say a fake mustache, but I already got one of those.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Episode 8.
We missed one. What about Scotty G?
Scotty G.
Scotty G, the Prof G show.
Oh yeah, we forgot that one. So I was listening to that yesterday, where he was talking about podcasting as a medium, and as we're currently going through a consumption change in the American public, because he's talked to individuals that want him to come on CNN. But he basically values his time so much that his viewership for MSNBC or CNN is a 70-year-old. He wants to speak to the 34 to 54-year-old male demographic, and he just doesn't see the metrics in it.
Yeah.
So can you guess how much, and I think this is politically speaking as a whole, for advertising dollars spent for the whole of the U.S. last year, and money spent for advertising and political campaigns?
Oh, it was the most ever. It was something like 40 billion or 400 billion or something like that.
11 billion.
11 billion.
11 billion. But I mean, still, that's
a chunk.
That's a lot of money that go to a lot.
Hence why we, every time you open your browser, you turn on the news, you turn on the radio, it's a picture of some kind of political figure or. Yeah, don't get me started.
I know. I mean, and the majority of that obviously went to the presidential campaign election, but even in the state campaigns for governors and senators and whatnot, it's just,
We just need to get some of that advertising revenue sent over this way, Chris.
Bounce
the podcast.
No,
yeah. This episode brought to you by Doge and Elon Musk.
Don't get him started, please.
They'll be cutting 50% of the flavor out of your beer. It's a Costco thing.
But they were talking about how in future, political campaigns, like he even brought up, your boy Rogan, and saying how like the viewership between the video stream and the audio portion of the podcast that he did with Trump a week before the election put it in front of 40 million people.
Yeah, it was smart.
Yeah.
That's where most young people now do not watch TV. They don't. They watch YouTube and they stream stuff, Twitch, and listen to podcasts. I mean, that's just the way it is. Why do you think we're doing this? Because
we're young.
We're young and viral, and we like talking to people, and we like bringing it to you, and we like to day drink.
And if you have the devil.
Because of the current situation, the current
and
climate.
if you have the deer blood, you're virile too.
Yes. Cheers.
So, as good segue, what'd you think of the episode? Season 1, episode 8. It was called...
Once again... Oh, go ahead.
The Truce or Consequence.
Truce or Consequence. Once again, Coach steals the show, I think, with his one-liners. He knows how to deliver them. I'm interested... You know what? I'm interested to see what he did in before that. I've never even thought about that.
Oh, as far as an actor?
Yeah, just to see if it's, he's capable in those as well.
Nick Kosanka? That's his real name, right?
Seems like he would be. And it's a shame that I don't know anything he's done prior to that.
Yeah, sounds like a research project.
But the episode, obviously Diane and Carla have a brawl, and because they don't get along, and we all have that one bartender server that we just don't get along with.
I've never had that at the airport.
Shush your mouth.
Okay.
Shush your mouth, you damn liar.
Okay.
Anyway,
apparently might be a shop steward. Insider information.
Yeah, they go at it, and Sam makes them sit down and hash it out. And Diane gets extremely drunk
Over a beverage.
Yeah. What was she drinking?
As you do.
Was it like a mailman Sambuca?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was a Carla, knocked
It's like a goldfish bowl of Sambuca.
Yeah, so Carla, not really trusting Diane at this point, basically, reveals to her a fictitious story of one of her children being sired by Sam. So truly believing that Diane would not keep it to herself or in confidence, just floating it out there. Yeah. So hence part of the episode, what we're calling this one is Bambino Gino, because it was baby number 4. Gino was sired by Sam, but not really.
But not really, no. And they had a very good laugh about it. The whole bar, as a matter of fact.
Yes. So, I mean, again, I watched it this morning, and, the show is almost 50 years old now,
Jesus, stop.
And you just kind of sit there and get nostalgic, because obviously I was a kid when it initially aired, and I remember aspects of it, but just when you watch it, it just kind of transports you back to a different time. Obviously television has evolved too, the editing, the cuts, what is it? Did they shoot single or multi-camera?
Oh, it was a multi-camera show.
Yeah, multi-camera, but just even, how everything's become more fluid, I guess. And not distracting from the show, because obviously there's older shows that are fantastic, but just in that morning glare as we wake up, I was kind of watching it and just yeah.
It's good, it represents, to me, your typical, bar. The interactions you have with people, it just really does, and it holds up. It's solid.
Also this week, since we're just wrapping it up, going to Patty's Day, we put out some stories. I utilized AI to talk about the evolution of Guinness, the evolution of Jameson Irish whiskeys, some facts, some storytelling in an educational manner. It's on our YouTube page. Don't forget that we are info@ddclub.vegas. If you guys have any questions, we're going to start talking about tours soon, the meetups. Darren was doing some, what would you call the chip idea?
The chip idea?
Or the coins.
Oh, yeah. Just looking at some fun game stuff that we can do as our viewership and listenership grows. Coming down the line. You'll see. And
as, referencing Scotty G again from listening to the podcast earlier, to be completely transparent, at some point we're going to monetize this. It's not just because we like hearing ourselves talk,
Well, that's the goal with anything, not to punch a clock and, do it on our own time.
Right. So we need your help.
Yeah. Please.
Email us, info@ddclub.vegas.
He's holding me prisoner.
And Sip Socialize Shine. I know a couple people posted on the Facebook group this week. If you guys are out in the Vegas Valley, the weather's turning beautiful. Share those pictures. If you're at Evolve Brewing, if you're at Huddle Brewing, if you're at goddamn Applebee's having a big Brutus, share the picture.
Heck yeah.
We don't discriminate.
Remember those Ultimate Long Islands at TGI Fridays?
I do.
I had a couple of those back in the day.
All right. I think that's a good one.
Sip, savor, shine.
Thanks for checking in. See you next time.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Happy Patty's Day.